Today I review the YouTube short film, The Deranged, where a young woman plans to get together with her sister and friends for a movie night, but they soon find themselves the target of a masked madman. The pros. So The Deranged is the short film that you can watch on YouTube, and I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can check it out. But it's made by the same group that made the other short film, Rommel Carter. So I was really excited to see what they can do with this type of movie. And sure enough, as soon as the movie starts, I immediately noticed the improvement of the production. It looked like something I would watch on the big screen. The cinematography looked good, the audio sounded great, and the acting was legit. The acting was especially good during scary scenes. They all seemed genuinely afraid that this masked man was trying to kill them. There's this scene at the beginning of the movie where this woman's tied up and she's trying to find a way out, and if I didn't know any better, I would have thought she was actually being held captive somewhere. The way she was struggling and screaming shook me to my core. Like, I had to look up to see if she was okay. And she is. There's pictures of her waving, so she's all good. But dang, it was convincing. And this movie was convincingly scary. Like, I was wondering, like, oh, is this gonna be scary? I was convinced. It's scary. Anytime the masked man showed up, I knew someone was gonna die because that dude was not playing. I really liked how this movie built up to his attacks. It reminded me a lot of the Halloween movies. You know, you hear a noise and then the future victim would go check up on said noise and then boom, the killer's choking them to death. It was crazy. Every time there was a jump scare in this movie, I jumped, so that's a win. The cons. The Deranged confused me when I first watched it because it starts off with one story, but then it immediately turns into another story. Because it starts off with this woman trying to find the murderer of her sister, and this detective that she's talking to proves to be really unhelpful, so she's like, fine, I'll do it myself. And I'm like, yas, queen, go get the dude. But then you never see her again, and you're immediately introduced to these new characters. And I was like, wait, what happened to that lady? I want to know how that investigation's going. Like, what happened? Another issue that I had is that this movie is only 25 minutes long. It's a short film. And most of that time is spent on introducing the characters, you know, getting to know them and all that. Which, for an hour and a half long movie, that would be fine. But for a 25-minute movie, that takes up way too much time that should have been spent on this masked man terrorizing these characters. But he doesn't show up until the final 5 minutes. And when he does show up, he kills two of the more main characters, and then the movie ends. And that was disappointing because it was a terrifying scene. It was the height of climax for this movie, but then it just gets cut off. I felt like there was just a better way to end this movie. Overall thoughts. I really hope this movie is meant to lead into a series of short films revolving around this killer, just based off that ending. But otherwise, I like this movie. It looks good, the acting's good, and I think it is scary. It just needed to be either longer or more time needed to be dedicated to the killer in order for it to be considered a top-notch short horror film. The Deranged is not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Like sugar-free soda. Thanks for watching. Click right here to watch more reviews. And to see new reviews, click right here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything.